Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena 1v1 between Hera playing in blue as the Aztecs and on the other side in red a player called 1991 playing as the Huns. I guess this was Random Civilization. I'm pretty sure Hera, I think he streamed this game, he picked Aztecs on Arena, of course still considered the strongest Civ and with a good reason. So he will have the Civ advantage here. 1991 as far as I know, top 25 player, probably a Smurf. I have an idea who this might be, but I'm not entirely sure about it. So I'm not going to speculate here, but this should be a good game, and with the Huns, 1991 has a disadvantage, definitely. He has the inferior civilization, but nevertheless, it's going to be interesting, and I hope we're going to see a good game here. We have Hera with the main gold forward, main stone forward, third gold forward outside, one really close to his base. Another one really close to his base here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 deer, and that's 2 goats yet to pick up. Here we go, 2 boars forward. The berries in the back, second gold safe in the back. A little bit of space, but no resources to the back here. So if he would be pressured, then 1 safe gold and that's it. Would love to see a tower rush here if this was Chun slow. I'm really happy that this game, that's something I know about the game, is no tower rush game, and therefore we're gonna see a more or less standard game here. Second stone outside, another relic close to the extra stone here, closer to Hera, and then we have in the neutral zone closer to 1991 the extra gold here. One really close to space, deer outside / inside, not sure, might have lured them in, they may have been inside before. And on the other side here, extra gold, extra stone, another relic closer to 1991 space, but not too close. Second stone for him outside, second gold forward but inside. Or is it the third gold maybe, because the main gold on the side here, 2 boars in the back. Deer, and we've seen them before, and a second gold safe in the back with a little bit of space to boom. No wolves here, quite nice. So if he is going for the boom, then he will have the space for farms, TCs, and so on. Should be fine here. First boar underneath the TC. We are 3 minutes 40 in, and I think I can go faster now because not so much is going to happen in Dark Age. Usually, we're not going to see the Trush here. So let me go and fast forward. Maybe talk a little bit about the civilizations. Aztecs, of course, really strong. I expect to see actually monastery and barracks for Hera. Try to go for the relics here. Maybe even double monastery like we've seen from the Viper. It's an option at least, but you don't really need to do it. Double monastery usually means aggression, usually. And for the Huns, I guess scouts. Maybe light cav, which usually we want to do. You want to stop the Hera here, the Aztecs player, from grabbing too many relics, so a stable is pretty much a must here. And then the question is what do you do in Imperial Age, because the game, if it's not going to end early on, and I'm pretty sure I saw Imperial Age for both players on the stream, it should go to Imp. What are you going to do then? What's the options? Elite Eagle Warriors, obvious choice, as you usually go for Eagle Scouts or even Elite Eagle Warriors in Castle Age. Then we could see Arbalest as an opening, that's possible. Elite Skirmishes with a battle quite strong. Siege Rams and Siege Archer available. Jaguar Warriors, probably not the best choice here. Champions, of course, and Garand Wars making your infantry unit strong as well. And even the lack of Halberdiers is not so bad. It's not good, but it's not so bad, as Garand Wars will give them a little bit of an extra attack as well. Because, yeah, Huns, cavalry civilization, so what's the options? Hussars, if you've gone for light cav, is always an option in longer games. Then, yeah, standard infantry, not really. I think only 200 swordsmen available for Huns. And are they missing attack or defensive upgrades, I guess? Attack upgrades are there for Paladins. Paladin is an option if you're allowed to boom. Then Surprise Paladin could actually turn your game. Tarkans would be awesome, would love to see those. And then Elite Skirmishers, of course, Siege Rams, a little bit of a lack of siege for the Huns here. We have Trebuchets and Siege Rams, and that's pretty much it. Mangonels, not even upgradable to Onagers. So I'm not quite sure what the players are going to do in Imperial Age, what's the best unit composition here, but it should be an interesting game. And for now we're in Feudal Age. You can see it here, there's 3 scouts already on the field for 1991, and Hera got the Eagle Scout now moving out. Not sure if you can see all the relics, but I want to see, is he taking the fight here? He should see the scouts, 1, 2, 3, 4 now, and that Eagle Scout is going down. But wow, Hera is setting the trap. That's beautiful. Look at this, the house is going up quick. He's sending the villagers, and now the first monk, those 3 scouts will go down. I guess 1991 will suicide them immediately once they get once the monk starts to convert them. And there's the monk, there's the conversion, there's 3 dead scouts as expected. Now Hera went with 1 monastery, went with a TC on the wood line here. Could have gone on the second goal, but it's okay. And he's waiting for the wood to go for the third TC. He's got it now. Third TC coming up on the main stone here. Quite close to the main gold. A little bit of space around for some farms. Looks alright. And what about the relics actually? Hera going for the relic now with 2 monks. He's undecided. No, now he's going. But there's 1 light cav here. Hera's trying to convert it. 3 monks. And 1991 quickly suiciding that light cav. There is a monk from 1991 actually heading for that relic on the right hand side. Ooh, and that's 2 monks getting caught between 2 light cav. Hera only 1 monk left. And that's one of the relics that Hera was supposed to pick up. But 1991 is a little bit faster here. TC up on the woodline. Another TC up on the main gold on the woodline. That's a beautiful TC spot obviously. And still a good amount of light cav on the field. So Hera has a tough time, and he does not have any other upgrades in Sanctity, so this monk can take the relic and go away with it, as Hera did not go for eagles, did opt for 3 TCs, and probably go for a rather fast Imperial Age here, losing another monk to those light cav, so 1991 in the score lead. Population lead for him by a little bit, not so much. Villager lead for Hera, but that's not so big either. And that's TC number 4 now coming up for him, so he's going for a boom. I like this TC spot on the woodline and that gold. Still with a lot of space for farms around. So this is the boom with 4 TCs against Hera's 3 TC boom. Hera is on stone now with 6 villagers, wants to go for castles probably, and I imagine he would like to go forward with those castles. He should be able to, yeah, definitely click up to Imperial Age faster, but there's light cav on the field, there's monks around, so it's not going to be so easy to actually move forward and go with that castle. Let's see how Hera is going to solve this problem. He's going with barracks now, 2 barracks coming up for him here, doesn't dare to go outside, and I think it makes sense. He was able to convert one of those light cav, would love to go for another one, but for now is staying in the back, and that's barracks number 3, so I'm guessing eagles now, because champions, I don't think he has the economy for that, and champions can be countered easily. You could go for cav archers, for example, and the champions wouldn't really be good, but eagle warriors are hard to counter for Huns here. And the eagle warrior upgrade coming in actually, while Hera is almost on the way, almost up to Imperial Age. I'm missing the research bar here. Can I show that? Yeah, there it is. Nice for me. Didn't see it before, wasn't really so important, but I usually want to see which player is going up to Imperial Age, doing the upgrades and so on. I think I can go a little bit slower now to see. Ooh, that's interesting. 1991 is inside Hera's base, is now going for some scouting information, and he can see the main gold, the main stone. He might be able to see, no, not gonna see anymore. So Hera is fine now, and he's sending forward the villagers. He knows there's not too many military units on the field any longer. 1 outpost coming up, but that's it. Looks like 1991 is preferring to go back here. And we do see barracks coming up here. Wow, that's interesting. Actually, he decided to not go for the outside military buildings, apparently. I think that's because Hera was arriving in Imperial Age. He's going with the castle. What is Hera going to do? Does he have the stone for a castle? Actually, he almost got a stone for 2. He's going to build the first one, guarding that extra stone and gold. I like this castle spot. Hera is housed on 105. It's got eagle warriors now in the open field. And is he going for elite eagles yet? No, missing a few resources still, but is going for economy upgrades now. Handcart and heavy plow coming in, really important to see. And the defense upgrade for the eagles coming up as well. As for 1991, he's going for men-at-arms, so it's gonna be 200 swordsmen for him to try and defend against the eagles. Apparently he doesn't want to go for cavalry units, as they might be too easy to counter. I would have loved to see targets, but I'm not too sure how good they are against those elite eagles. And therefore we are going to see an infantry battle with Aztecs against Huns, and that's quite unusual. Now the thing is, Hera will be able to go for the first trebuchets here, so he should be able to get that castle down. Outpost coming up from 1991, and there's the first trap already starting to fire away at that castle. 1 light cav standing around, guarding the way to the extra gold, I guess. Maybe that's the idea here. And those elite eagle warriors, 4+4 on the pierce armor, are more or less guarding the trebuchets here. Villagers going to stone and gold with only 1 mining camp, beautiful to see. And that castle is going down quite fast here. 3 traps against 1, that's only 1 counter trap. No, not too many military units around, a few 200 swordsmen, they are upgraded. Missing the last attack upgrade that's coming in. And looks like Hera is going for Garland Wars here. I thought I've seen it, if I'm wrong person. Yeah, Garland was on the way. Ooh, Eagle Wars going in. That must have been a pet art. And those Elite Eagles will try to find some villagers to kill. Looks like Hera's not going to find too many of them. Still, he's doing some damage. He might force them idle time. And he's keeping those 200 swordsmen busy. In the meantime, he was able to get rid of the castle. And he's now able to take down the trebuchets, probably at least. Let's see if he can actually do it. Yeah, trebuchet going down. And the castle on half HP is standing up. We have 200 swordsmen moving forward. Even a mangonel to try and get a hit on that. Maybe at least. We have still Elite Eagle Warriors going through 1991 space, killing a villager here and there. They have 9+6 attack, only missing the last attack upgrade from Blacksmith. And they can kill villagers really fast. I think it's like 4 hits for them. But the 200 swordsmen, of course, following them. And they shouldn't get too many more villagers down. Now, in the meantime, 200 swordsmen moving forward. And there is Jaguar Warriors now in the field. 10+6 attack. And those Jaguars are so strong, even against 200 swordsmen, without too many upgrades. Actually, it's not true. They're only missing the last attack upgrade in the elite. So these are quite strong in that battle. And once there's Jaguar Warriors out, I think the 200 swordsmen are not an option any longer. Hera with the 2 castles. Could go for more castles faster maybe. Only has 200 stone, he's still repairing. And we have a little bit of a trebuchet war. A nice mangonel shot on the trap. But is it going to be enough? I'm not sure. Mangonel going down obviously. And for now, Hera has map control. Has the military advantage, I guess. Yes, 26 against 17 now. And is moving forward with more Elite Eagle Warriors. Moving out to get a few more farms up. Lumber Camp here, taking his 3rd gold. Also going to take the extra gold, the 2nd extra gold on the map. He's already on the 1st one. And 3-4 trebuchets now moving closer to 1991 space. And it looks like he lost quite a little bit of map here, and this gold is not so secure. Stable going down now, as well as the monastery with 4 relics. Really important to see that Hera only has 1 relic here, but these Elite Eagle Warriors are doing quite some damage. There's now 2 counter traps. That means there's another castle up for 1991, safe in the back. I like this. And he's going for another monastery to pick up the relics. Also a good idea. We have the last attack upgrade moving in. Those Elite Eagle Warriors will be fully upgraded. Jaguar Warriors with 18 attack then, 50 HP for melee armor, and a bonus attack against other infantry. So they should take down those 200 swordsmen really fast. As long as Hera can keep a decent amount of Jaguars on the field, he will be fine here. Now 200 swordsmen though flooding out, and there's quite a lot of them, so they're actually able to take down 2 trebuchets. That trap only on 11 HP, he should attack it. Hera should not be able to defend this one. Hera doesn't have too many melee units on the field now. Only Elite Eagle Warriors moving in from far in the back, and that's a bit of a problem. Hera should have gone for forward barracks in my opinion. He's got decent resources in the bank. What is he waiting for? We might see Bodkin arrow coming in from him. He's still producing Jaguar Warriors. Does he have another castle now? 1, 2... No, it's only 2 castles for him still. There's 1, 2 trebuchets hitting the castle now. No counter traps, actually only 1. And Hera is slowly sending his reinforcements in, getting a few more Jaguar Warriors out. 18 attack, that's so much. They're so brutal. And the castle again getting repaired. Villagers from Gold and Stone being pulled away to start and repair the castle. 1991 revolt. Ooh, and actually looks like he's going for the extra gold now as well, trying to get rid of the barracks. Hera is sending the Elite Eagle Warriors immediately, saying, nope, you're not going to take that gold. You have 4 relics, will be fine here. Hera is with Elite Eagle Warriors, still with Jaguars, with Castle Age. I thought he went for Elite checks. Didn't I see that in the stream? Not sure about it. Maybe I'm wrong here. We have 200 swordsmen now trying to defend the trebuchets, but they're going down really fast. The Elite Eagle Warriors clearing the villagers and the 200 swordsmen. So Hera once again is in full control over the extra golds on the map. And 1 castle is still standing. Jaguar Warriors still getting produced from that castle. And Hera has a lot of resources in the bank. Look at this. He's not adding in any trash units, and I wish he would go for elite skirmishers already, because they could do the trick here. They get like, what is it, 4 plus 4 attack? 5 plus 4 even? I thought it's 8 attack. Might be 9, but they get the +3 from Fletching Bodkin Bracer. Then they get the Chemistry attack and the Atlatl +1. Elite Jaguar Warrior actually coming up. Ooh, I saw it correctly. So now Elite Jaguar 75 HP, 20 attack, 5 melee armor. This is huge. So these Jaguars, if Hera's getting like 10 or 12 of them, The 200 swordsmen that can be like 20, 25. I think they don't stand a chance here. And Hera is moving for villagers to once again take the extra gold, also take the extra stone here. Now it makes sense to go for stone. You want to go for more Jaguar warriors here. But it looks like 1991 has still the numbers to actually be able to fight this. And he's not giving up here, which I really like. Hera has a commanding position still. The castle might actually go down. Nice gate here to keep the trebuchet safe. And that gate is doing wonders as the 200 swordsmen are able to clear that the infantry units from Hera. Hera is repairing with 6 villagers. What is idle here? But I think the castle could go down. Question is, can the Elite Eagle Warriors move in and take down trebuchets? There was one trap going down to the defensive trap, and this one is still up, but Elite Eagles, ooh, yeah. The castle is actually standing on 600 HP, now getting repaired again. Another castle coming up, and archery ranges. Finally for Hera, chemistry on the way. We have 200 swordsmen though now, taking down the castle probably. There's 3 villages repairing, but only 3. And 1991 getting a small victory. Problem for him is if Hera is able to go for a decent amount of elite skirmishes, and if Hera is able to get Atlatl in, then this will be tough. 3 plus 5, it should be fully upgraded. Do we miss the last... Wait, what upgrades are missing? Chemistry is on the way, and I guess Atlatl then, to give them even 9 range, which is really a lot, and 8 attack. And 8 attack is good against only 3 pierce armor, so 200 swordsmen don't really stand a good chance against these elite skirmishes from the Aztecs. Atlatl on the way now. Looks like 1991 is doing a counter to this, is going for the cavalry units now, building a few stables outside here, but Hera still with map control, I think, and 1991 has a lot of 200 swordsmen, but no way to counter the skirmishes at this point, and he desperately needs a counter to these, because otherwise those 200 swordsmen will go down fast. You can see it here, if Hera is starting to micro, I think he can use like, how many does he need, like 12 shots on a 200 swordsman to take it down, and that's not really good for a gold unit against elite skirmishes, but those skirms, as I said, they are strong. Now we have... Is it pikemen coming up from Hera even? I guess he saw the stables maybe, or is just expecting the hussars. Hussars fully upgraded, 95 HP, but even against those, the elite skirmishes are doing okayish. Now we do see a fight, but the Jaguars at the front are making sure those elite skirmishes get free shots on the 200 swordsmen, and those Jaguars are not going down fast. Look at this, they're surviving for so long. They are taking 200 swordsmen down so fast as well. Few of them chasing down the villagers, but it's not really important as Hera now should have the majority of military units, 55 against 40, and even though his castle is getting attacked, he should take this fight. The hussars and the 200 swordsmen might not be good enough here to win this fight. There's still Jaguar warriors in the mix. Those Jaguars, they are infantry units, but 20 attack. And against the hussar, it's going down quite fast as well. Hussars only 3 melee armor, so it doesn't just take like 5-6 hits probably to take a hussar down. At the same time, hussars only 11 attack against 5 melee armor, so those Jaguars, they are quite tanky here. Trebuchet getting attacked by 1 Jaguar and a few elite skirmishers, and we do see more hussars coming up, but military numbers now so far ahead for Hera. 69 military units against only, what was it, 20, and it looks like Hera should be able to take map control back, and actually he might be able to win this with the use of elite skirmishers. Look at this, they're just so strong. I think 1991 needed to go for elite skirmishers earlier on. He's now transitioning. That might be a little bit too late. Resources for him looking quite decent. Actually missing food as he's spending so much on food. For Hera, a lot of food in the bank, even though he's investing into elite skirmishers. But I guess he's got so many farms and no light cav units or anything to spend all that food on. We have siege workshops coming up now for Hera, and there's even some raiding going with the pikemen, because why not? You have pikemen on the field. There's not so much cavalry units, so I can just move forward. Pikemen, elite skirmishers, and I think I need to slow down a little bit because it didn't look like it was going too smooth here. Elite skirmishes also for 1991 now, but he's missing chemistry, bracer, and defense upgrades. So this is not like a good, looking like a good fight for 1991. Siege workshop coming up from the other side, 2 traps, a castle forward, and Hera is population capped on 200, creating elite skirmishers, while 1991 is on 132. A really tough battle. I think it's time to call it GG here. How do you do against Aztecs? How do you win this? I think maybe there were small details that could be improved, but it's so tough, and Hera, one of the best players in the game, of course, you don't really stand a good chance here. I'm really impressed how a Huns player was doing this, how he was surviving for so long. If Huns had champions, this game could have gone completely different, but I guess Hera would have transitioned into standard infantry then as well. And like this, Huns are just lacking a little bit. Tarkans would have been the one option I would have loved to see here. here, but it's not quite sure that they would have won him the game. Tarkans, I feel like they're a tricky unit. I don't really know them too well. I hope you enjoyed this game. I'm really impressed how this went out, and see you in the next games then. GG.